My beloved child, listen closely to my voice, for these words are meant for you and you alone. They are not for the crowd, not for the multitude, but for the heart that is open right now, in this very moment. I have come near to you in love, to whisper into your spirit, so you may know with certainty who you are in my eyes. I say to you with eternal truth, you are my precious treasure. From the day you first opened your eyes to the world, I have never once looked away from you. Through every season of your life, in your joys and in your sorrows, I have been there. You may not have always noticed me. You may have wondered at times if I was far, if I was silent, if I had forgotten you. But I tell you now with the deepest tenderness, I have carried you in the palm of my hand, and I have never let you go. There were moments in your childhood when you laughed freely, without fear or burden, and your laughter reached the heavens like a song of pure delight. In those moments, I rejoiced with you, for you were tasting the innocence of the garden I first made for my children. There were also nights of tears, when you felt unseen, unheard, and unloved. But even in those nights, I bent close to your bed and caught each tear as it fell. Not a single sorrow of yours has been wasted. Not a single cry of yours has been ignored. Every sigh, every prayer, every ache of your soul, I have held it within my heart. You see, my child, to the world you may appear small, ordinary, even fragile. People may overlook you, pass by you, or misunderstand you, but I do not see you as the world sees. I do not measure you by your strength, your wealth, or your achievements. I do not compare you with others. I do not count the wrinkles on your face as signs of fading glory, but as lines of beauty that tell the story of a soul that has lived, loved, endured, and still stands. To me, you are more radiant now than the day you were born, because your life has become a vessel of wisdom, a witness of perseverance, and a testimony of my faithfulness. Hear me well. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are not too late, too weak, or too broken. You are mine, and you are my precious treasure. When the world tells you that your value is fading, I tell you that your value is eternal. When your body feels weary and your steps grow slower, I remind you that your spirit is being renewed day by day. When you look back and think of the years that have passed, do not weep as though they are lost, for I have woven them all together into a masterpiece that only eternity will fully reveal. I know the questions that sometimes stir in your heart. You wonder why certain prayers seemed unanswered, why certain doors closed, why certain loved ones were taken before their time. You wonder why your journey has had valleys as well as mountaintops, why there has been pain along with the joy. And though you do not see the full picture now, I assure you that nothing has been wasted. Every trial has shaped you. Every sorrow has deepened your compassion. Every loss has pulled you closer to the truth of eternal life. And every season has been wrapped in my providence, even when you did not understand. So today, I speak these words over you, words that are meant to heal the ache of your soul and to lift the burden of doubt from your shoulders. You are my treasure, bought with the greatest price, loved with an everlasting love. Think for a moment, my beloved child, about what a treasure is. People treasure what they guard carefully, what they refuse to lose, what they protect against thieves, rust, and decay. A treasure is not tossed aside. It is valued beyond measure. And so it is with you. I have guarded you through dangers you never even knew were near. I have preserved you when the enemy sought to destroy your soul. I have placed my angels around you more times than you could count. And when sin tried to claim you, I paid the highest price to redeem you, not with silver or gold, but with the blood of my Son. That is how much you mean to me. That is how deep your worth is in my sight. You may say to yourself, "But Lord, I am weak, I have failed, I have sinned, I have fallen short so many times." And I answer you with this: I did not choose you because of your perfection. I chose you because of my love. I did not treasure you because you earned it. I treasured you because you are mine. Nothing you have done, nothing you will do, can erase the love I have for you. My mercy is greater than your sin. My grace is stronger than your weakness. My patience is deeper than your fears. Oh, my child, if only you could see yourself through my eyes. If only for one moment you could glimpse how heaven looks upon you. You would see not a soul worn down by years, not a person limited by human frailty, but a radiant jewel shining with the reflection of my Spirit. For every step you take in faith, every prayer you whisper in the night, every act of kindness you offer, these are beams of light that shine brighter than gold in my kingdom. I am speaking to you now not to flatter you, but to awaken you, to remind you that your story is not finished, to assure you that your days are still filled with purpose. You are not simply passing time, you are living in the fullness of a calling that I designed for you before the foundation of the world. Every breath you take is a testimony of my plan that continues to unfold. So, let this truth sink deep into your heart. You are my precious treasure, not because of what you own, not because of what others say, not because of the strength you feel or do not feel today. You are my treasure because you belong to me, and nothing in heaven or on earth can take you away from my hand. Even now, as you hear these words, I am drawing closer to you. I am reminding you of my faithfulness through the years. I am stirring within you the hope that you thought had dimmed, and I am planting a fresh seed of peace in your soul, so that when tomorrow comes, you will rise not in fear, but in quiet confidence that you are deeply loved. So rest in me, my child, rest in my words, rest in the assurance that you are cherished beyond measure. Lift your head and know that you are seen, known, and treasured by the one who created the stars, the seas, and every breath you take. You are not lost, you are not overlooked, you are not alone, you are mine, and you are my precious treasure. My beloved child, now that you have heard my words of love, let us walk together into a deeper reflection. Let us sit quietly for a moment, as though we are side by side, and let me help you see more clearly the meaning of your life, the journey you have traveled, and the treasure that you truly are. For when you look back at the road behind you, and ahead to the days still to come, I want you to see my fingerprints everywhere. I want you to see that your life has never been ordinary. It has always been holy ground. Think of the seasons you have lived through. Remember the days of your youth, when the world seemed wide and full of possibilities. Remember the friendships, the laughter, the first experiences that made your heart race. Those were not just memories. They were gifts I placed along your path to show you the sweetness of living, the beauty of creation, the joy of companionship. And when storms came in those early years, when disappointment shook your soul, or when you faced hardships you could not explain, I was still there, shaping you, strengthening you, teaching you to lean on me even when all else felt unsteady. Life, my child, is not a straight line of sunshine. It is a journey of valleys and mountains, of rivers to cross and deserts to endure. But do not think the valleys were wasted or the deserts meaningless, for it was in those places of thirst that you learned how deeply you needed the living water. It was in the shadows of sorrow that you discovered the light of my presence. It was in the silence, when answers did not come quickly, that you found the strength to keep walking by faith and not by sight. Let me remind you of something very important. I have never measured your life by how much you have accomplished in the eyes of others. The world applauds wealth, power, beauty, and youth, but I, your father, rejoice over something far greater: your faithfulness, your love, your endurance. When you forgave instead of holding on to anger, you shone like a star in my kingdom. When you prayed for someone who hurt you, heaven rejoiced. When you carried your burdens quietly, trusting me even when your heart was breaking, you displayed a strength greater than any earthly achievement. And yes, there were times when you stumbled, when you chose poorly, when regret followed your decisions. But even then, I did not cast you away. Do you remember how many times you cried to me in secret? How many times you whispered, "Lord, forgive me, help me, guide me"? Each of those prayers was like a precious jewel to me. Each tear you shed in repentance drew me closer to you, because I saw the sincerity of your heart. I have never been ashamed of you, my child. I have always delighted in your longing to walk in the light, even when the way was difficult. Think now of the people I placed in your life. Some brought joy, some brought pain, and all of them shaped your story. The loved ones you have lost, you will see again, for I hold them safe in my eternal presence. The friendships that faded still hold value, for they taught you lessons that shaped your soul. The family I gave you, whether by blood or by choice, was a gift meant to teach you love, patience, forgiveness, and sacrifice. Do not think for a moment that any relationship was meaningless. Even the difficult ones were threads I used to weave the tapestry of your heart. You may ask, but Lord, why was there so much struggle? Why so much loss? Why so much waiting? And I answer you gently, it is in the struggle that your soul was refined. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too has your heart been purified by trials. I did not delight in your pain, but I did delight in the way you clung to me in the middle of it. For every time you said, I trust you, even through tears, you gave me the greatest offering you could ever give, your faith. And that faith has become more precious than gold, a treasure that will never fade. Child, look at your hands. See the lines, the marks of age, the evidence of years gone by. To the world, these hands may seem weaker now. But to me these are the hands of a servant who has lived, who has worked, who has carried burdens, who has held children, who has reached out to comfort others, who has folded in prayer more times than anyone can count. These hands tell a story, and in my eyes, that story is beautiful. Look also into your heart. There are scars there, I know. Some wounds came from words spoken against you. Some came from betrayals, losses, and regrets. But those scars are not signs of defeat. They are marks of survival. They show that you endured, that you kept walking, that you did not give up. And I tell you this, every scar in your heart will be healed fully in my presence. One day, I will wipe away every tear, and the pain you carried will be remembered no more. Reflect with me also on the gift of time. You have seen many seasons, and each one has been sacred. Do not think that because your hair has turned gray or your steps have slowed that your time is finished. No, my beloved, as long as you breathe, I am still working in you and through you. There are still prayers for you to pray, words of kindness for you to speak, encouragement for you to offer, love for you to share. Your purpose is not behind you. It is with you right now, in this very moment. You are living proof of my faithfulness. You are a witness to the next generation that I am a God who sustains, who carries, who never lets go. When younger ones look at you, they see a life that has endured, a soul that has walked with God through both storms and sunshine. Do not underestimate the power of your testimony. Even in your quietness, you are teaching. Even in your waiting, you are speaking louder than you realize. So take heart, my child. Reflect not with regret, but with gratitude. See not only the struggles, but the countless ways I have carried you. Remember the nights I gave you peace when fear tried to overtake you. Remember the mornings I gave you strength to rise when your body felt too weak. Remember the moments of unexpected joy that came as a surprise, as though heaven itself reached down to kiss your day. Those were not accidents. They were my gifts, given to remind you that I am with you always. And now, as you sit with these reflections, let peace settle over you. Let gratitude fill your heart, for you are not walking alone. You never have, and you never will. Every step you took, every season you lived, every burden you carried, I was there, and I am here still. My beloved child, let this truth echo within you. Your life is not a random collection of events, but a sacred story. It is a story written by my hand, guided by my love, and destined for my glory. You are not just surviving history. You are part of eternity. And in eternity, your name is spoken with love, for you are my precious treasure. My beloved child, now that we have reflected together on the story of your life and the many ways I have carried you, Let me speak words of encouragement into your soul. Let me lift the weight from your heart and replace it with hope, for I know the weariness that sometimes touches you. I see the quiet sighs you give when no one else is near. I know the thoughts that whisper, "Can I endure much longer? Do I still matter? Is there truly more ahead for me?" Listen carefully, for this is my answer. Yes, you matter beyond measure. Yes, you are still part of my unfolding plan. And yes, you can endure, for I am your strength, and I will never let you walk alone. You see, my child, I am not a distant God who observes from far away. I am the one who walks beside you, who holds you when you are weak, who whispers courage into your heart when fear rises like a storm. When you feel small, I remind you that I am great. When you feel powerless, I remind you that my power lives within you. When you feel invisible, I remind you that I see you, and my eyes have never looked away. Do not believe the lie that your best days are behind you, for I tell you the truth. Each day that you wake up with breath in your lungs is a new gift from me. Each sunrise is proof that I still have purpose for you. You may not run as fast as before, but your prayers now move mountains in ways your feet never could. You may not carry heavy loads with your body, but your words of wisdom, your quiet encouragement, and your example of faith carry more weight than you realize. Remember, my beloved, I do not measure strength the way the world does. To the world, strength looks like youth, energy, ambition, and outward power. But to me, true strength is a heart that keeps trusting even when the body is tired. True strength is a soul that continues to believe even after walking through sorrow. True strength is faith that has been tested by fire and still declares, "God is good." And that, my child, is the strength I see in you. When you feel discouraged because your body grows weaker, remember that your spirit is growing stronger every day. The outer shell may fade, but the inner light shines brighter and brighter. Even as years pass, your soul is being prepared for the glory that is to come. This is why I say to you, do not despair, for you are closer now to seeing me face to face than ever before. And that day will not be a day of fear, but a day of joy beyond imagination. But until that day comes, lift your eyes. Do not let your heart be weighed down by worry, regret, or sorrow, for I am with you here and now. Even in the smallest details of your daily life, I am near. When you rise in the morning, I am there to greet you. When you sit in silence, I am beside you. When you walk, even slowly, I match your steps. When you rest at night, I cover you with peace. You are never abandoned. Let me encourage you also in this. You still have something precious to give. Your words matter. Your prayers matter. Your love matters. Do not think that because you no longer hold certain roles or responsibilities that your influence has ended. On the contrary, your influence now reaches deeper than before. For those around you, children, grandchildren, friends, neighbors are watching you more closely than you know. They see how you endure with grace, how you speak with kindness, how you hold on to faith when others might give up. And your example plants seeds in their hearts that will grow long after you are gone. Even the smallest act of love from you is a light in this world. A gentle smile, a listening ear, a quiet prayer spoken for someone else. These are treasures in my kingdom. Do not underestimate them. For while the world celebrates loud voices and grand achievements, I celebrate the humble, hidden acts of love that no one else sees, and many of those belong to you. So, my child, let your heart be encouraged. You are not weak. You are strong in ways the world does not understand. You are not forgotten. You are cherished by heaven itself. You are not useless. You are still a vessel of my love in this world. Even now, in this season of your life, you shine with a beauty that is more radiant than ever, for it is the beauty of a soul refined by time, trial, and trust. Do not let fear trouble you about tomorrow. You may not know what the future holds, but I do, and I hold it securely in my hands. I hold your life, your loved ones, your destiny, and your eternity. Nothing can take you out of my care. Even death itself has no power over you, for death has been defeated by the sacrifice of my Son. You belong to me, and nothing, not sickness, not age, not sorrow, not even time itself, can separate you from my love. Let these words encourage you. Your journey is not over. There are still prayers to pray, still people to bless, still love to share. And even in the quiet moments, when you feel you are doing nothing at all, you are still precious in my sight. Simply being, simply resting in me, is itself a testimony of faith. For when you choose to trust me in the stillness, you are declaring to the world, my God is enough. Child, remember that I delight in you. I take joy in your laughter. I treasure your prayers, even the simplest ones. I rejoice when you lean on me, when you bring me your concerns, when you whisper my name in the dark. Never think your prayers are too small or too weak. Every prayer you pray moves my heart, for it comes from the one I love. Let hope rise in you again. Let joy return to your soul, for your story is not one of decline, but of fulfillment. You are moving toward a glory greater than you have ever known. You are my precious treasure, and I will continue to carry you until the day I bring you home. And when that day comes, I will welcome you with open arms, and you will see with your own eyes how every step of your life was guided by my love. So lift your head, my child. Walk with courage. Let your soul be at peace. For I am your Father, I am your shepherd, I am your friend, and I am with you always, even to the very end of the age. My beloved child, because I love you so deeply, I must also speak to you with honesty. Encouragement is sweet to the soul, but true love does not stop with comfort. True love also warns, corrects, and guides. Just as a parent would not let their child wander into danger without speaking up, I too will not remain silent if you are drifting toward harm, for you are my precious treasure, and I will not let you be deceived or led astray without calling you back to the truth. Listen carefully, my child. The world in which you live is filled with many voices. Some speak of love, but lead to emptiness. Some promise peace, but end in confusion. Some whisper of freedom, but bind the soul in chains. You must learn to discern my voice above all others, for only my voice leads to life. Do not allow your heart to be troubled by the changing times. Generations rise and fall, customs shift, and what is celebrated today may be forgotten tomorrow. But I, the Lord, do not change. My word is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Do not be swayed by the winds of culture. Do not measure truth by what is popular, but by what is eternal. For many are drifting away, following paths that seem easy, but they end in sorrow. And I do not want that for you. You have walked long enough in this world to know that life is short, like a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes. So let your heart be wise. Do not waste your remaining days chasing what will not last. Do not fill your thoughts with worry over possessions, appearances, or what others think. These things fade quickly like grass in the summer sun. Instead, keep your eyes fixed on what is eternal: love, faith, obedience, and the hope of heaven. I must also warn you, my child, about the danger of bitterness. You have lived long, and I know that in your journey you have experienced wounds, some deep, some still tender even now. But do not let those wounds turn into chains. Do not allow unforgiveness to harden your heart. Bitterness is a thief that steals joy, poisons peace, and blinds you to my blessings. Let go of resentment. Release those who hurt you into my hands. Trust me to be the judge. I promise you, nothing done against you has escaped my sight. I will bring justice in my time. You need only rest and forgive, for forgiveness will set you free. I also speak to you about fear. Fear is a shadow that tries to cover your soul, especially as the years grow late. Fear of sickness, fear of death, fear of being alone, fear of being forgotten. But my child, you have no need to fear, for I am with you. Death is not the end. It is a doorway into my presence. Loneliness is not your portion. for I am closer to you than your very breath. Even if the world forgets you, heaven remembers you. Fear is not your master, for my perfect love casts out all fear. Be careful also of distraction. Even in later years, distractions come. Voices from the world, endless noise from media, worries that never stop circling. These things rob you of peace if you let them. But I call you to stillness, to sit with me in the quiet, to let my spirit refresh you. Do not be consumed by the constant noise around you, for in silence you will hear my whisper. In stillness you will find my strength. Guard your heart, my beloved, for though you are older, the enemy has not stopped trying to tempt you. Temptation may not come in the same ways as before, but it still comes. Perhaps now it appears as pride, as despair, as envy, or as hopelessness. Perhaps it tries to convince you that your life no longer matters, that you are forgotten, that there is nothing more for you to do. These are lies from the enemy, spoken to steal your joy. Do not believe them. Your life matters until your final breath, for you are mine, and my purpose remains alive in you. I warn you also not to let your love grow cold. As you see the world become darker, as you watch people hurt one another, as you witness injustice and selfishness, it is easy to let your heart harden. But I call you to remain tender. Keep loving, even when it costs you. Keep giving, even when it feels unnoticed. Keep forgiving, even when others do not deserve it. For this is how my light shines in the darkness, through a heart that refuses to stop loving. And let me remind you of this, your soul is eternal. One day, sooner than you realize, you will stand before me face to face. That moment will be the most important of all. Do not approach it with fear, but with readiness. Live now in such a way that your heart is at peace when that day arrives. Lay aside the weight of sin, cast off every distraction, and walk in the light of my word. Let your last years be your brightest, for they can be a testimony of my grace to all who see you. My child, my warning is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. I do not want you to drift or to waste even a single day. Each day matters. Each day is a gift. Each day is another chance to love, to forgive, to hope, and to shine. So do not grow weary. Do not give in to despair. Do not let the shadows of this world cover the light I have placed within you. Instead, walk with me, trust me, obey me, and you will find that even in your later years, you can bear fruit that blesses many. The fruit of wisdom, of prayer, of love, of encouragement. These are treasures that no one can take away. And when your journey in this world comes to an end, you will step into a joy that will never fade. So take my warnings to heart, but do not be afraid. I correct you because I love you. I guide you because I treasure you. I speak firmly because I want you safe in my arms, not wandering in paths that lead to sorrow. And I promise you this, if you hold tightly to me, if you keep your heart humble, if you continue to love and forgive, then nothing will snatch you from my hand. You are mine forever, my beloved child. Let these words settle deep within you. Let them guide your steps, calm your fears, and protect your heart. For I am your Father, and I will not leave you. Walk in my ways, and you will find peace. Listen to my voice, and you will find rest. Trust in my promises, and you will find life everlasting. My beloved child, you have listened to my words of love, reflection, encouragement, and guidance. Now let us come to the fullness of this message. I want you to leave this moment not only comforted, not only warned, but deeply assured, convinced in the very core of your being that you are mine, that you are loved, and that you are my precious treasure forever. You see, everything I have spoken to you has been to remind you of one unshakable truth. You belong to me. From the beginning of your life to this very hour, I have never let go of you. I have written your name upon my hand, and I have engraved your story into eternity. You are not an accident, you are not forgotten, and you are not ordinary. You are my beloved child, chosen before time, redeemed by the blood of my Son, and sealed with my Spirit. Do not underestimate what that means. To be mine is not a passing title, it is an eternal reality. The world may label you in many ways, by age, by appearance, by status, by mistakes, or by achievements. But those labels fade like dust. The only name that remains forever is the one I call you. My treasure, my child, my beloved. And when all else is stripped away, when your body returns to the dust from which it came, that name will remain, shining brighter than the stars. My child, I know you still carry questions in your heart. You wonder what lies ahead, what your final days will look like, what will become of those you love, but let me quiet your fears. The path ahead may seem uncertain to you, but it is not uncertain to me. Every step of your journey is known to me. Every breath you take is held in my care. Nothing that comes will surprise me, and nothing will separate you from my love. I want you to live with peace, not with fear. I want you to rise each morning with gratitude, not with dread. I want you to walk through your days with hope, not with despair. For your story is not ending, it is continuing, moving toward the greatest chapter of all. The best is not behind you, the best is yet to come, for I have prepared a place for you, a place where sorrow will never touch you again, where pain will never find you, where death itself will be no more. That is your true home, and I will bring you there at the right time. Until then, walk in peace, knowing that your destination is sure. But even now, as you remain here, your life carries weight. Every smile you give, every prayer you lift, every word of kindness you share, they ripple outward in ways you cannot see. Your presence in this world is a light, a testimony that I am faithful. Others may not always say it, but they notice. They see the patience in your eyes, the peace in your heart, the steady faith that has carried you through storms. That witness is a gift to them, and one day you will see how many lives were touched because you chose to trust me. So do not grow weary, my beloved. Do not let your heart sink into despair. I am still writing your story, even in these later chapters. And though your body may feel weak, your spirit is strong, and it shines brighter now than ever. Your prayers are powerful. Your love is needed. Your faith is beautiful. You are not waiting idly for the end. You are living each day as my treasure, and heaven rejoices over you. I want you also to know this. I am not only your God, I am your Father. And as your Father, I delight in you. When you wake in the morning and whisper my name, my heart rejoices. When you pause in the middle of your day to give thanks, it is a sweet fragrance to me. When you lay down at night and place your worries into my hands, I bend close to listen. Every moment of your life matters to me. You may feel small in the eyes of the world, but you are great in my sight. You are my delight, my joy, my treasure. And because you are mine, you have nothing to fear. Nothing, not sickness, not loss, not loneliness, not even death. For all these things are powerless compared to my love. You will never be abandoned, never be forgotten, never be lost. I hold you now, I will hold you tomorrow, and I will hold you forever. So let this be the song of your heart. I am loved, I am chosen, I am not forgotten. I am God's precious treasure. Let this truth quiet your fears, lift your burdens, and fill your days with peace. As we come to the close of this message, I bless you with my presence. I pour my peace upon you like oil. I cover you with my wings of protection. I surround you with angels to guard your steps. I fill your heart with joy that cannot be stolen. And I remind you again and again, you are mine, and I will never let you go. Now, my child, rest in these words. Carry them with you. Speak them to yourself when doubts arise. Whisper them when fear tries to take hold. Remember them when loneliness visits your heart, for they are true, and they will remain true forever. And when tomorrow comes, come back again to listen, for I have more to say, more love to pour into you, more encouragement to give, more wisdom to share. Every day I long to walk with you, to speak to you, to remind you who you are. So do not let this be the last time you listen. Return again, for I am always ready to meet you here. Until then, my beloved, go in peace, live with courage, rest in my love, for I am with you always, and you are my precious treasure.